Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. We're here today to go back to Joth, that wonderful land that our DM Todd has imagined for us. And anyway, without further ado, go ahead, Todd. Take it away.
Thank you, Del. Welcome, gentlemen. So, when last we met our intrepid adventurers, because they're always intrepid adventurers, they had just straggled in at nightfall into the fortress, which is called the Iron Tavern. After having made it through the Bramblewood, and our original party of youngsters from the village of Cole Bailey had been joined last time by those that survived from the village of Cole Bailey had been joined by a couple of members of the Crimson Moon's crew from the city of Joth itself, who had been on a expedition to a site farther west from where they are now, trying to make it up the Jaquila Falls onto the Lapadumathoin, which is the large escarpment that you see to the north of you, the large cliffs rising up to the dwarven lands of the Lapadumathoin. So anyways, so as your party had arrived here at the tavern and talked their way past the guards at the gates, you actually saw the tavern. The tavern's a low-lying building that is totally covered in shields. All sorts of sizes and shapes of shields have been affixed to this building on the roof and on its walls. There doesn't appear to be any windows, but you do see that there is one extension from the building that comes out, and there's a set of double doors, and that's where you made your way to. And just as you had opened the doors to the sounds of music and fighting and food and drink, and an axe came flying through the air and kind of chunked into the lintel of the door there as you came in, and that's where we stopped. But we need to know what actually happened inside there before that. So inside the tavern, and this is where we, the screen kind of goes dark, and then you kind of, 1 hour earlier or 15 minutes earlier, okay, right. Like a Tarantino film.
Yes, non-linear storytelling.
That's right. So there is Anno, young Anno von Mort, if I recall right, and he is a young junior member of the Crimson Moons who, he's been sent out on his first expedition with the crew, and they traveled via the magical portals from the city of Joth, from the Hall of Seekers to the Iron Tavern, because this is where their jump off point was. All right. And when you got there a day or so earlier, you were very disappointed to find out that you weren't actually going on the expedition to the Jaquila Falls. All right, you were going to be kind of like left here at the Iron Tavern as, the backup or contact person if anything should go wrong. All right, but they described it in such a way. What was his name? Jorat the Scaled. He's the leader of your expedition, right? He's like, lad. He said, this is a very important job I'm leaving you with. Staying right here at the tavern.
Oh, yes, good.
All right. So you do us proud.
I will. And I'll salute in the Crimson Tide salute.
Crimson Moons, yes.
Moon salute.
Yes. So you had been left there amongst the patrons of the tavern, and there's lots of other members of other crews there. There's the Jade Ravens are there. Yeah.
I don't like the Jade Ravens.
And then there's the Sisterhood of Steel. They're an all-female crew.
They should be at home cooking.
That's right. And there are also independent operators too, who work from out of the tavern and have means to return to Joth via the portal, but they come and go, hunting down various leads of creatures that should be maybe hunted down for the gladiatorial pits that they have in Joth, because it's always trial by monster.
They have no honor. They do it for the coin.
Yes, and there's just others that are out here just looking for other older maybe ruins that could be explored and pillaged for treasures to put towards the what's it called, the tithe that you have to pay to the tribute that you have to pay to Thraxus.
They're but thieves.
So I'm going to roll here. Let's just see who you are talking to. Actually, you know what? You go ahead and roll. I want to see.
Oh, what do you want me to roll?
I want you to roll a 4-sided dice. I want to see who you were in contact with just before all hell broke loose. Okay.
1d4. Here we go. What did it do? Oops, I hit that wrong button. There you go.
If you on the left-hand side of the screen, if you click on the dice roller button, it's the one on the far right that.
There you go. He rolled a 1.
Oh, on the far. Oh yeah, right.
Sorry, the far left.
Yep.
You can then just click on the dice you want.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay. But I rolled a 1 according to the thing.
You rolled a 1. Okay, so this means that at this time, you were in discussion with Dylan, and Dylan is a member of the Jade Ravens. Okay, and I'm going to roll a 12-sided dice. Actually, you roll a 12-sided dice. I'm going to see, the higher, the better his reaction to you.
And I pick a 12, and I hit roll. There it goes. Cool. Oh, 12. Big number.
Okay. So you and Dylan are actually getting along surprisingly well. All right. Having a few. Are you an imbiber? Imbiber?
Yes.
All right. So you and he are sitting at a table, having a few, and he's kind of leaning and he's like, "So, lad, you can tell me now. So, where'd your crew go to? Where are they off to?
They're in the lap of the dwarves.
Dumathoin? Oh, really? Here. Let me buy you.
They're in his lap.
Oh, they're in the lap of Dumathoin, are they? Then how would they have gotten up there?
I'm not sure of that. Magic, I would think.
Magic. Oh, really? So, magic to get up onto the lap. Where were they scaling the lap?
Why all these questions? We should drink more.
Oh, I'm just passing the time. That's all. Just passing the time, my friend. That's all.
Yes. Yes, more. Yeah. Another round here for me and the Raven.
Dylan.
Crow. The Black Crow.
It's Raven. We're Jade Ravens, all right?
What's the difference between a raven and a crow?
I'd rather be a Jade Raven than a scarlet ass like yourself.
Oh. That's a good one. Another round on me.
Another round on you. Okay, make a Constitution check.
Okay, here we go. Con check. Here we go. D20. Oops, 19, baby.
Oh.
Not under. Of course not.
Not under. Not get under. That's not good, is it?
No. My con is...
Yes. You're a young guy, aren't you?
I'm 16.
You're 16. Okay, so he's plying you with some brews.
Yeah.
And you kind of start getting a little tipsy, and he's starting to get more insistent about where your crew was going to, how they were getting up onto the lap, right? And as he's doing that, there's a few more members of his crew kind of getting around you, right? Kind of leaning in, trying to listen to see what you're saying. Okay,
Dylan, it looks like you need a whole team with you. Don't you Black Crows do anything else but lounge around here?
Now I'm going to roll 12-sided dice. Oh shit!
I didn't see it.
I rolled a
Oh.
1. So he's like, that's it. He says, no one calls me a black crow. It's a jade raven, right? And with that, he flings himself across the table at you.
And I pull my drink up, let the table slide.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thinking he's having fun, right?
Right, but no, he's not. He's coming at you, okay? And so this is how the fight breaks out in the tavern, okay? And you move back to get your drinks out of the way, but then you accidentally slam into one of the Sisters of Steel, right? Big Barda is her name. She's got white, beautiful woman, big white hair. Pardon me, bright green eyes. And you kind of go and you hit into the back of her. It causes her to kind of drop her drink, right? And then she kind of turns around and just has this, you son of a, right? And
then wench, don't spill my drink.
Oh, and calling her bar wench, right? Okay, that goes over really good, right? So. Yeah, she's not full on, but she's ticked off at you. But you that's the least of your worries, because right now Dylan's coming across the table at you, and the one thing leads to a chain reaction. Before we know it, we have got a bar brawl going on. Okay? So at this time, this is when the rest of the crew comes into the Iron Tavern. Okay, so Grogar and Martel and the rest of you've come into the tavern. There is a wide hallway and then a set of stairs that goes down into the tavern proper. You can see multiple tables in the room. On the far left-hand corner of the tavern is a pool, a rather large pool, probably about 20 feet in diameter. That's kind of built in the corner of the tavern. Yeah. Okay, left-hand corner. There's a big chandelier hanging over the middle of the tavern, and as I said earlier, when you open the door, somebody had thrown an axe that had hit the door. All right, all hell is breaking loose. What are you guys gonna do?
Okay, Grogar walks in and this axe, bam, right in the side, and he goes, "Look!" And obviously, there's just a massive bodies. And
there is
flinging
it's
everywhere.
bedlam. Oh wait, he's dead. I forgot. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
look what we walked into.
You're gonna make me spit my tea all over the screen. Stop.
It's mayhem. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Grogar ducks down after this axe hits. Look what you walked us into. All right. So I'm scampering for some kind of cover.
And I'm riding the back of Berta as she runs by. I'm on her back, screaming,
okay.
"Help me with this wench!"
So do I recognize him as another member of the?
Yes, you would definitely. Yes, because he came with you in your crew, and he was the one that was left behind. All
okay,
right?
For now, Martel's just going to kind of lean against the wall, big, huge grin on his face, and just watching it. The second, however, that he notices Anno looking like he's in over his head, he's going to make his way to Anno.
Okay, all right. So here's what I want you to do, okay? Things are flying through the air. There's fists flying. There's bottles flying. There's food flying everywhere, okay? So, Anno, make a dex check, okay?
Dex check. Here we go. My dex is good.
Okay,
that's
good.
The one thing I do have. 17 and under. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So let's just see what came flying.
That's sad.
Flying at you.
So sad.
I'm gonna roll here.
I wasted a 20 on a roll under.
Okay, what do we got? 4. Oh, a bench came flying at you, or maybe it was swung at you by one of the Jade Ravens. All right, make a Constitution check.
Okay, here we go. Con. Yes, that I got.
All right, so you take some non-lethal damage. All right, but you're still up. Okay,
and now I'm starting to shake off the drink, and my eyes get big. Who did that?
Take your pick. There's people all around you. It's nuts here.
That's now Anno's getting mad because he's just got clobbered with a bitch.
Grogar, same thing. Make a dex check.
Oh, I rolled under 7. On 11, so I'm good.
Cool. All right. So I'll make a roll here, and let's just see. Boink. Yeah, just a bottle smashes, on the wall
and
near
I'm
you.
underneath
Yeah.
it because I'd already jocked it for some kind of cover.
Oh yeah.
Okay, at this point in time, Grogar, I just stand up and I say, "This is blasted crazy!" And then I start marching forward, and I'm gonna start in my mind just cleaving a path through here, knocking people
Martel
out.
reaches over to a nearby table and picks up a mug of beer, and
Right.
it's just drinking it, watching the amazing show. This is pure entertainment for him.
The brouhaha.
the brouhaha.
Yeah.
Okay, so Grogar and Anno. So there's take your pick. There's people all around you,
The
right?
first person I get to, my big moving fist is gonna be clocking.
Right.
Okay. So what I've done is I've got different factions in the room here, and I've got a total hit point count for the factions. Okay,
Nice.
with a basic armor class. All right. So it's whatever faction is left standing at the end of the fight is the winner.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All
Oh
right.
well. I'll draw back to hit one of these still women, still Sisters of the Steel,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then decide I can't hit a woman, and I'll clock a raven,
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you're going
even if
for
they're dogs. I can't bring myself to hit the woman. All right.
Okay.
Am I rolling to hit then?
you're rolling to
point?
hit. Yes, you are, sir.
Okay. -1. Ooh, 2. Not good.
2. Oh, swing and a miss.
Still a little too drunk as I stumble away from her and swing at some passing raven.
That's right. Okay. Grogar.
Yeah, Grogar is grabbing the first guy. He's of the same mindset.
You don't care who.
Spin it around. Now, it's not going to be a woman. All right?
Not going to be a woman. Okay.
Now, especially
All
if
right.
somebody's going to hit a woman, I'll grab them first. But whoever's in closest to me,
Mhm.
because I'm on the march, grabbing,
Yes.
spinning him around, and just
Okay.
swing and 15.
I
Oh,
will-
plus 3 to hit. 18.
plus 3 will hit. Okay, and you're using your fist, right?
Yeah, just fisticuffs.
So that's like a 1d4 plus your
Yep.
strength bonus. Okay.
Okay, it's 6 altogether.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa.
Rocking and clocking.
Locking them good, and that goes down like a sack of wet nails.
Oh,
I'd like
Whatever.
to.
Yeah.
If there's a raven that comes anywhere near me, like let's pretend it was a raven making a run at me.
Yeah.
I'd like to just grab him and throw him towards the Steel Sisters.
Funnel him to the Sisters of Steel. Yes.
Just like he comes, I grab him
Bring
and
him
just kind
around.
of throw him in that direction.
Okay, all right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll roll 6-sided dice. If I roll a 1 or 2, it's a Jade Raven. Okay, let's see what happens here. Blink. No Jade Raven close by right at this moment. Okay,
All
but
good.
I will ask you to make a dex check because something is flying towards you at this time, and it is it's actually a small lethal weapon that somebody's thrown.
So this is a roll under, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So that small lethal weapon just misses my head.
Okay, good. It was a dagger sticking in the wall.
dang.
All right.
I'm gonna grab that and just pick my teeth.
Okay. And now you can see like there's these 2 really short guys. You have never seen people this short. Okay.
Yes, I have.
No, even shorter.
Oh,
okay.
right.
Okay. And there's 2 of them, and somehow they got up. They have bounded up onto the chandelier. All right.
Oh.
And they're kind of working together to kind of swing the chandelier, right? And they seem to be really enjoying this whole event. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back with we are with Anno. Okay, make a dex check.
Okay, Dex check. Here we go. Dex is good. I got to get one of these. Yes, under. Nice.
You did it. Okay. And what was that came flying at you this time? 8. And 8 is a... Ooh, yeah. Well, little hand axe action there. Yeah, somebody's taking this a little bit too seriously. They don't realize it's a bar fight, not a battlefield, right? Okay. And Grogar?
Yeah. Grogar still, after he drops him, he's going to grab the next guy and spin him around. Calm your asses down! All right, that's 18 again. Roll another 50.
Oh, my God.
And
Nice.
let me see. Hold
That
on.
was with for a Jade Raven you were going for?
Yeah, that's another 6. Another 6. Another
Holy
sack of
mackerel.
nails.
Nice.
Wow.
Potatoes. Potatoes.
Pow.
Okay. Super boom, boom, boom. Okay. And Martel, you're still kind of sitting out, right?
Yeah, just leaning against the wall, watching. If there is a Jade Raven nearby, again, would still like to throw him towards the sisters, but
Let's see if we have one or two. Hey, okay, there is one nearby. All right.
Ooh.
So if you make a strength check, you will be able to throw them into the sisterhood.
unfortunately, I failed that strength check.
Oh, you managed to pull him right
I
through
grab
you.
onto him, but I'm not able to throw him far enough.
Yeah, maybe you figure you're gonna throw him, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, he's a big guy.
That's a big guy.
Yeah, you picked the biggest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And he just starts patting him
Her
off.
name is Berta. I've met her already.
All right, Anno.
Anno sees this hand axe hitting the table beside him, and he'll pick up the table and try to run across the room, hitting as many of these Jade Ravens as he can with his table.
Oh, I like that.
Like a bulldozer.
Yeah.
I like that. Roll 6-sided dice and see how many of these that you're actually going at.
2.
2. Okay, so 2 of them are possibly going to take damage. Okay. So just do a roll to hit for just do one roll.
Okay, here we go. D20 is no. So it's like I hit them, and then they like push me back, maybe.
Push you back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bang. Oh.
Okay. Well, why don't you make a dex check and let's just see what's going to happen there.
All right. Fortunately, that's my strength. Here we go. See if I can step up and over this table. Yes, nice. Or drop under it as they go by.
Yeah, maybe drop under it. And they
It's
just
like,
keep
whoa.
going.
Yep.
Okay.
Do a little back flop and let them run right by me.
Do the limbo.
Yeah, limbo. That's it.
Okay. Grogar.
Yeah. Grogar still.
Yeah,
Just,
I'll tell you what's coming at you.
people.
There's a bottle coming at you.
oh, jeez.
You able to avoid that?
Nope. That's a 20.
Okay, now make a concentration check. If you fail it, you're knocked out.
All right. Now I got a 1.
Oh,
20 and then a 1.
Hey.
Sweet.
wow.
All right. Yeah, it just pings off the side of my head.
Yeah.
All right, and hits
It's a little tink
hits
sound.
the ground and spins around like that. I look down.
Then
Turn
whoever
my
had
head
stopped
around.
that, you have to go kiss.
Do what now? I reach over and grab the back of a chair and stand it up and
Mhm.
lift it up, and I'm swinging the chair. All right.
Okay.
And you take me off now. All right, it's 13.
That'll hit.
Oh,
And let's just
5.
see now. I got to see who that was though. That is actually a Jade Raven. Wow. Okay.
All right, well, it was a
Nice.
5. Roll them at the same time. On hit point.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are other Jade Ravens battling other Crimson Moons, battling other Sisters of Steel in the building. All right. There's a lot going on at this time. Okay. All right. So now we are up to Martel. Martel's looking to see if there's any Jade Ravens coming nearby. Eh?
Well, I finished dusting the little bit of dust off the shoulders of the big person that I couldn't throw a minute ago, and I kind of raise my beer glass, take a swig, and then just try to clock him in the face.
Okay. Nice. I like it. Go ahead.
6, probably going to miss.
Oh yeah, 6. Will miss. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. So that's a swing and a miss. All right. We're back to Anno. You can see the Jade Ravens. There's a few that have gone down
Okay.
already. They seem to be losing the tide of the battle here today.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was waiting for you to.
So how many are left standing? These Jade Ravens.
It's kind of hard to tell at this point. Okay.
Okay.
You just
Okay.
tell.
Still a mess. Okay.
It's still a mess. All right.
Okay. Is there a bard? Is there a band in here?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a bard kind of.
I will climb up
What kind
on
of
a table.
establishment do you think this is?
I will climb up on a table and say, "Play the March of the Crimson Moons," and I'll start singing whatever that march may be or that ballad may be.
Oh,
right?
I like that. I like that. So that will give any other Crimson Moon in the building a +1
nice.
to hit as the. Of course, because there is a March of the Crimson Moons. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, actually,
Nice.
that works with Kevin's character too, right? Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So.
Now,
So yeah.
I can't sing worth a damn, but it doesn't matter when you're in a barroom brawl.
It doesn't matter at all. Okay. So there you go. So Martel, you hear this the bard over in the corner. He kind of breaks out with some pretty wild lute music, and you can hear the ever encouraging tune of the March of the Crimson Moons.
The foot starts getting a stomp on, and I'm slapping the knee,
Oh yeah.
and just again take another swing at the big guy right next to me,
Go for it.
like trying to keep it in time with the beat too. It's like bang, 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 swing, 11.
11 will hit.
Nice. Good.
And what do I roll for damage again? I forget what my damage was.
1d4 plus your strength bonus.
D4 is a 1 plus my strength bonus, which is melee strength is 1, so 2 damage.
All right. So he is still up. All right. But it was a good clock. All right.
Yeah.
So excellent. Okay. Where are we at
And then-
now?
Keep the beat going as
Keep
we're.
the beat going. Oh yes. All right. Grogar.
All right. Grogar's been trying to get a path to the center, and he sees this young guy jump up on the table and point out to the bard, and then the music spot, starts going. He's still got the chair in his hand as he just clocks him, lifts it up, and he swings.
You're swinging at the guy on the table. You're swinging at Anno.
The guy at the table, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So wait. So here's the way it works for Anno. All right. You're on the receiving end. You have a dex check for this. Okay.
Dex check.
You got to make your dex check to avoid that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. And if
Dex
you fail
check.
it, make a Constitution save to see if you're still up.
4. So I'm singing and dancing and dodge this chair.
Yeah,
look at the
as I'm
the
throwing
boy
his chair.
and go, come on, and the March of the Crimson Moons. I'm going. I'm getting sweaty. My hair's coming loose from its ponytail.
Nice.
My sword is banging
And
my
I'm like,
hip
oh,
behind me.
blast it all. I'm just threw the chair past you, okay? You dodge out of the way in your dance.
Okay. Meanwhile, Grogar, make a dex check.
6.
So you made it.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
That's the back of my head.
Well, no, this was actually somebody, probably Barda, picked up somebody and threw them,
Ow.
and they came flying towards you, and you were able to duck underneath them, and they went into a pile of other people, which got them even more ticked off.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We are at. I just roll randomly. Okay, we're gonna go back to Anno. Okay. What are you doing? Make your dex check, or make another move.
Okay. You want me to make a dex check first, you said? Is that what you said?
If you have something specific in mind, go ahead.
No, I'm dancing and
Okay.
cheering on the at this point, I'm just enjoying the brawl, right?
Okay. Then make a dex check, please.
Okay, here we go. 11. Good. Yep.
Good. Okay. So what was that? Did I just roll?
You rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6. Okay. Well, that seems to be that somebody actually has got their eye on you, and I think it's Dylan. Okay. He's kind of made his way out of the crowd, right? He's there, you, right? And he comes
and
out, right?
I smile and stop dancing and go, "Rah!" and leap off the table at him. But it's his go. It's his go. But I'm diving into his brain.
No, but you made your dex check because he came attacking at you, and you were able to avoid him. Okay.
Oh, I got you.
Right, okay. But if that's what you wanted to do was to jump on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, or at him. Just jump. I'm drunk.
Okay,
so
just
I'm
jump
not really
on
able
him,
to do. I'm drunk. I'm not really able to do anything.
I'm going to roll what his dexterity is. I'm going to play our game here together. Okay, so he's got a 13 dex, and he's got to roll under that to avoid you. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he did.
Nice.
And you land flat in your face.
Oh yeah, bam on the floor.
Like jumping into a mosh pit, and no one caught.
Everybody,
right?
The sea parted.
How apropos.
He stepped out of the way. Bam, belly flop.
Just like the Ten Commandments, eh?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Grogar.
Okay. Grogar is rushing toward Dylan. He sees the guy jump off the table, hit the ground.
Yep.
While he's got his attention on him, and he's going to grab him and try to toss him into the pool and say, "Cool off." All right.
Oh, you're trying to grab Anno?
No, Dylan.
Dylan. Okay.
Yeah, Dylan's just moving out of the way of Anno dropping. You know what I mean? So I'm running behind him. I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to take him and then toss him into.
Okay. So I know I'm kind of changing the mechanisms on the fly here, but
yeah,
I think
great.
I think I should be doing the same thing for NPCs that you guys are doing, which is making a dex check to avoid this.
That's why we love old school, baby. It's flexible.
Okay, so as long as you're okay with that, he has to get a 13 or less to avoid you. All right, and he does.
Oh,
all right.
Jeez. Well, I took off running to grab him with that intent. So obviously I passed him, and I'm in the direction of the pool.
You're in the direction of the pool. Yes, and sitting by the pool on a very simple stool is a middle-aged woman with gray hair, brown eyes, very plain-looking woman, plain robes. But you can distinctly see something that you've seen before, and that is she has tear-like tattoos running down her cheeks. Okay?
Okay.
And if you recall that will remind you of Aunt Tantia.
That's what I was about to say. I stopped short, and it's like all the rage and everything, my aggravation just kind of melts away, and then I stop and I say it under my breath, Antia. It's Aunt Antia, right?
Auntie Tantia.
Auntie Antia. And I stop like that and take a little double step in front of her, all right?
No, and no one in this place is going near her. Okay, the fight is nowhere near her. Okay?
Oh, yeah, I had too much momentum to stop myself from pulling up short, you know what I mean?
Oh, going towards the pool? Oh, okay, sure, fine.
That's it.
Okay.
8. All right.
You made it under. Okay, so you're able to stop yourself short. Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, she looks familiar. She looks similar to your aunt, as you would call her, your aunt back at Cole Bailey. But yeah, a different woman. Okay. All right, Martel.
So I managed to crack the last guy pretty good in the jaw.
Yeah.
But he's still standing there.
Here's what I want to wait. You know what I'm going to do? Because I'm changing it up to what your mechanic is. So I'm going to roll 3d6. We're going to find out what his constitution is. And I'm going to see if he's up. Okay?
Nice.
So let's do that. So he has a constitution of 12.
Nice.
And he rolled a 4. So yes, he is still up. Okay.
All right. So now I would like to throw him at the steel ladies.
Okay. All right. So your strength check. Yeah, strength check. Yeah.
1.
Wobbly.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, Martel.
He wobbled him now. You can get him.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I want to make it look like he ran into them on purpose. I don't want to
Right.
I'm not using him like a weapon. I'm trying to swing him in so he flies into their.
Yeah, steer him into him, huh?
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're steering one of the sisters into.
I'm kind of throwing him into a pile of sisters. That's what I'm.
Okay. Oh, you're trying to throw that guy into a pile of sisters. Okay, I got you. Okay. All right, and that was with a 1, which is quite successful.
Yes.
Yes. So that immediately draws their attention. They go over like a bunch of 9 pins on the bowling alley, right? And then they get up and they just like jump on this guy, all right, pummeling him. And he is very shortly. He's you can't see anymore. They're just all over him. All right.
I then raise my beer to the short gentleman hanging from the chandelier.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of give him a smile, and then lean back up against the wall.
Yeah, and they kind of like look at you and give one of them gives you a little wink. You know, the other one tries to give you a wink, but I think he's got a glass eye, and you know, so he's looking in one other direction, right? And you know, they're just swinging this chandelier and they're having a good hoot while this is all going on. All right. Okay, Anno.
Anno, getting up from the floor, catching his breath, wiping a little bit of saliva that he's, and sweat off his brow, bent forward on his knees, hair loose, shaking his head, decides to stand up and assess the situation now. Who's around?
Okay, so you want to see what factions are closest to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll a 6-sided dice. Let's just see. 1, 2 is Jade Ravens. 3, 4 is the Sisters, and 5, 6 is Crimson Moons.
There it goes.
There you go.
Crimson Moons.
Crimson Moons.
I'll look toward the Crimson Moon, smile, and run over to embrace him.
Okay, so you're having a great time
Give him a
hugging your
big hug.
companion in the middle of all this
Chaos.
chaos. Right. Very good. Okay, so in that case, we won't have to worry about anything coming in at this moment. Okay, Grogar.
Okay, Grogar sees Auntie and he turns around after he pulls short and looks around. He's rubbernecking. Martel! Martel! I found the pool!
Great.
I found the
Roll the
pool.
dex check.
All right, 6, made it.
You made it. Okay, great. Something goes flying by you. That looks like that's a flying body. All right, so
Half duck.
yeah, and
Whoa.
nope, they just land near the pool. They don't fall into the pool.
Okay.
All right. So Martel, do you hear him over there?
I do. I hear him. I've got a pretty. I assume I've got a pretty good view.
You've got a great view of the situation. You're on high ground.
Yeah.
So I'd like to. Is there a barkeep still behind a bar?
Yes, actually, the bar is when you come down the stairs. It's to the right, around the corner. You can't quite see the bar. Okay. All right.
But I can see straight to the pool.
You can see straight to the pool. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to attempt to make my way over to the pool to see what I'm being bellowed for, and just consciously dodging if anything comes. Not engaging,
right.
just kind of picking my way through.
Okay, so I'm going to say it's going to take 3 dex checks to get there.
Okay.
With stuff flying at you. Okay.
All right. First one is a 2.
Okay.
Second one is a 12, which is still a pass.
Just a pass.
Yep. 13 was my dex check.
Okay.
And 4. So all 3 should.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, things are. What is that movie? There's a movie where some guy's just walking through a tavern. That's like things are flying all over the place.
I can't remember.
I know what it was. It was the bar brawl in Star Trek.
Yes.
With Cyrano Jones on that space station between the Klingons and the Federation, right?
Yeah.
Trouble with Tribbles.
Yes.
That's right. And he's just making his way through, and nothing's hitting.
Exactly right.
Yeah. All right. So Martel, you get to the pool. Okay.
All right. Do I recognize this lady with the teardrop eyes or teardrop tattoos?
Yes, you would have noted. You would have known her before. She is Jathena. She is a well witch. And she is in charge of activating the portal.
Okay. Right. Do I have any sort of relationship with her?
If you roll under your charisma, I will say that you do have a relationship with her.
All right. Charisma Christmas not great. Let's see. No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
So I see her, and then I'm just like, I'm going to kind of steer away from her and grab. Sorry, Adele, I forgot your character's name.
Grogar.
Grogar. I'm going to kind of grab Grogar by the shoulder, and try to steer him away from her as well.
But she can get us to Joth. This is what we need. Grogar's pushing you away and excitedly going down on his knees, trying to, if you're trying to hold him up, okay, and looking at her. But Auntie, we need to get to Joth. You can take us to Joth. We've come so far. That's it.
And she just kind of looks out. She says, "It's much too busy at the moment to be doing these sort of things." Anno, roll a dex check. You and your companion, whoever that is.
Dex check. I am dancing with the Crimson Moon. 2. Oh, I'm dancing well too. Kicking feet up, dragging this guy around with me.
Super. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Again,
but I'm hugging.
The dice are really in your favor today, gentlemen. Another bench goes flying by. You and your companion
didn't even see it. Totally, they missed me. I'm oblivious. Totally oblivious.
All right. Okay, Grogar, what are you gonna do?
She says that to me, and Grogar says, "1 second." And I stand up immediately, and I start through, and I just start plowing again, turning with more of a hurried pace, trying to knock people out.
Okay. Let's see who is nearby here. You want to roll 6-sided dice and see who's the first faction you are.
That'd be a 3.
It's 3, so that's a sister. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't realize she's a sister before I flip her around.
No, but I gotta make the dex check for her, right? So, let's just say these are going to be the average dexterities for each faction. Okay, so we know that a Jade Raven is a 12, and now we know that the sisters are they have 12 too. All right, so that's what they have to roll under 12. Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Well, I spit her around. I'm not even thinking about woman or man. She looks kind of like a man to me anyway. I want to flip her around.
Not very hardy. You don't have to roll it. It's she has to make cons. I'm gonna put it on the same rules that you guys are using. Okay. Okay. So they have an average Constitution of 7.
Nice.
Ooh, man.
17. So you just plonked her down. All right.
12 and a 5. Yep. There you go.
Yep. All right. There you go. Super. Okay. So down she goes. All right.
Stumbling over her to get to my next target.
Okay. Martel.
All right.
Cool.
Martel, having heard the Well Witch say it's too busy, seeing how eager my companion is, finally put down the mug and decide, all right, fine, we got to enter into this. I look for the person nearest me that looks the strongest.
Okay. Roll 6-sided dice.
And I got a 3.
Okay. You see Barda, one of the sisters of Seal. All right. She's a big bone girl. All right.
Do I know her? Have I seen her before? Does she have a reputation? Could I just call out to her as soon as I know she's in there? Could I be like, Barda?
Love it.
Give me a Constitution check. Charisma check, sorry.
Constitution.
Yeah. Charisma check. Okay. So, yeah, you definitely know her. All right.
So yeah, I put down the mug. I look out into the crowd. I see this huge chunk of a woman. And I just yell out, Barda! Her and I had one of those nights where the grog goggles got a little strong.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna roll 12-sided dice and just see what kind of how'd that night go. Okay. All right. Yeah. So high is good, low is bad. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Not the best.
Not
terrible.
Wasn't my best performance. So hoping that hearing my voice draws her towards me. As soon as she's within striking range, just gonna clock her. Kind of like the foreplay of that night. Just clock her right in the face.
Okay, and we're using an average DC Dex check of 12 for the Sisterhood of Steel. Let's see what happens here. And 16, so she fails.
Ooh.
And if she fails the Constitution, she goes down. And no! Oh no, she didn't.
Oh no, she can take a shot.
She can. Oh yeah, she just kind of looks at it. She goes, "I like it rough." Oh yeah. So you will be dealing with her your next turn.
That's good.
Okay. Oh, you were Barda. Okay, Anno.
Anno, dancing with his Crimson companion over the shoulder in this melee, sees the boy smacked unconscious, one of the women. And I spin free of my Crimson Tide brethren and say, "Boy, you never smack women!" And I charge Grogar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he just smacked the what's her name on some steel sister.
Yeah.
Okay, Grogar, make a dex check.
Got it.
You got it. Okay, so it easily avoids your attack.
How dare you?
You go to attack him, but somebody else punched somebody else, and it kind of knocked into you, and now Grogar's not where you thought he was.
Right.
Moving on. Okay, Grogar.
All right. I barely noticed this dude just passing me and all the ruckus.
Right.
I just step forward and grab the next one, spinning them around and clocking.
Okay, let's see who it is. Roll d6.
Okay. 5.
5. Oh, it's a Crimson Moon.
Okay, got 18
The
and 7.
infighting is great.
He's got to make a dex check against you, and the Crimson Moons have an average dex of 6.
Well, these were the B team. These are the guys that got left behind.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got to roll under 6 or under, right? So here we go, and he did. Easily avoided your attack. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is good too, because I clocked him.
Yeah. All right. So now we're back up to Martel, who is going to have to make a dex check to avoid Barda's wrath.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. So she goes over to you and she goes,
Oh,
just
nice.
hits you on the top of the head. Make a Constitution check.
All
right, so this is roll high for Constitution?
You got to get under your Constitution.
Low.
Oh, under, okay. Still up.
Still up. Okay,
The foreplay continues.
Right. Flashbacks of your first night together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just see. I roll a 1, something changes here. Nope. Okay. Keep going. All right. Anno.
All right, so Anno now standing alone. He missed his target. He's looking around in the chaos. Sees Jathina, right?
Right.
Now I know her, obviously, right? She's
You know of her, yes.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, you mean so she's not a Crimson Tide? She's just
No, she's not Crimson Moon. No, she
got a Crimson Moon. Why do I say Tide? Okay.
No, Crimson. So she's a Well Witch, and the Well Witches they
activate the portals. Yeah. Okay, but they're not affiliated with a particular group.
No, they serve the Seekers as a whole.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. So
anywhere you have a portal, you'll have a Well Witch.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Nice. So I'll look then for Dylan, the gentleman that I was fighting earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
all right.
and as I cross toward him, pick up a stool or a small table or something and chuck it at him as I'm crossing toward him.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to make a dex check for him.
Okay.
And he has to get beneath 12 or less. And no.
Woo.
Uh-oh. Okay. And let's see what we don't have their average constitution, so I'm going to roll that right now. 11. Okay. So here we go. What is going to happen with him? 4. He's
nice.
He's hit, but he's not
Hits
down.
him. Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right, Grogar. I'll make another roll here on a d6.
Okay. Slippery little sucker, but I'm still trying to grapple him or get on him.
Mm.
D6 3. I'll roll a 3.
You rolled a 3. Oh, for your dex check.
Or for D6.
Oh, to see who it was. I'm sorry. Sure. So you've got a sister. All right.
Another sister.
Yeah, I'm
Another
spinning them
sister.
around or whatever, and calm your asses down, I'll say as I swing at each one of them, whether it's wild or not. Yeah, that was a hit. That was 14 and 7.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, Dell. We're just doing the same dex checks.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So she has to avoid your and she no, she's fine. So she won't go down at all. Okay. All right, but something's coming towards you, and it is a bottle. Roll the dex check.
Whoo.
Nope, 19.
Okay,
Ooh.
make a Constitution check. It hits good. Does it take you out?
7. Nope.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Man, I've been hit by 3 bottles tonight.
Martel kind of goes down into like a linebacker pose for a minute,
All right.
and then charges full on, attempting to spear her right in the stomach.
Barda?
Yeah.
With the top of your head.
No. Connecting with the shoulder, like coming in, planning on wrapping and taking her right down to the ground.
Okay,
Nice.
so she's going to try and avoid that attack, and she rolls a 2, which means she does like a bullfighter move on you, right? Waits the last pop second, then kind of glides aside. And
As I fly by, I say, "You smell fantastic." as I
she
crash,
goes flying by, she's like, "Have you been working out?"
as I crash into a table or something beside her there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I got a roll here. Let's see. Drastic J. No. Okay, Anno.
All right, so I've hit him with a chair as I cross the room. He takes it, and I come at him full speed with basically both hands, driving both hands right at his jaw. Like I'm trying to.
And you're going at Grogar?
No, Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. Sorry. Okay.
Dylan.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has to make a dex check, and he does make it. So he avoids that attack.
Okay.
Jumps out of the way rather nimbly. Okay. At the same time, though, let's just see here. You need to make. Oh gosh, what's this? Oh, somebody threw a flaming drink.
Oh, flaming.
Oh, yeah. So
Right.
there's like a little Molotov cocktail coming your way.
They call
Make
that
a
the
dex check.
demon's tongue.
Dex check. Here we
Demon's
go.
Okay, the demon's tongue. That's canon now. Drink here, very famous drink here, the demon's tongue.
14. I did do it.
Okay, so you avoid that.
Yes.
And that lands in the middle of the brouhaha, and makes a big gout of flame goes up. All right, and now there's a small fire burning.
Yeah.
Underneath one of the tables. All right, and people are kind of moving away from that. Okay. So if I roll a 2 or a 1, things change. It does. Okay, great. So at the end of this round, something changes. Grogar, go.
All right. Grogar's taking a couple of big steps. What he's doing is obviously not affecting any great change, right? 2 huge strides. I'm jumping on top of the table and jumping up and trying to grab that the third man onto the chandelier, and yanking it as I grab it. All right, so that's what I'm attempting to do.
You're trying to pull a
Oh, you're
chandelier
trying to
off the
knock one
ceiling?
of the guys off the chandelier.
No, I'm trying to pull it to add more weight to it to pull it down. Yeah, that's. What should I roll?
Okay.
Under a dex, right?
I think you should do under strength for that. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got 11.
You got 11? Rip. Okay.
You wanted something to change.
You wanted something to change. That changed it. Okay, so that these are 2 little guys. Like they're like 3.5 feet tall,
You never pick on the little guy in a bar fight.
right? That are on the chandelier, and you decide to haul onto it with all your weight and heft, and
Yeah.
it wasn't built for that, and it comes crashing down. With the 2 little guys too.
Yeah.
So I think
Little
you're gonna
pissed off Scottish guys now.
Oh yeah. So I want you to first of all make a dex check to avoid the chandelier landing on you.
Mm-hmm.
7. That's great.
Okay, so you fall down and it's coming, but it actually lands on top of 2 tables that you've fallen in between.
Nice.
All right. Okay. As far as these 2 guys are part of a faction also, and I'm just going to give them a random dex and constitution. Ooh, 17. They're good. Okay, and I'm going to roll 3D. I'm going to roll D20, see how they did. If they made it. So both of these, actually, I'll do it twice because there's 1 each. They both did it. All right. So it comes crashing down on the 2 tables, takes out a few people. You land in between the 2 tables, and these 2 guys nimbly kind of roll off and into the crowd. Okay.
All right.
Fuck.
And there's a small fire burning.
Yeah.
Okay. And now people.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay. Martel.
Oh, Martel. Yeah.
So Martel's going to pick himself up from the table that he crashed into there after the mist.
Yeah, after 2 ships passing in the night.
And then turn to look back at my lovely lady as I notice the chandelier fall, and you see Martel go, "Oh fuck," and I just kind of stand there in a defensive posture, not knowing which one is going to come at me first. Whether we're suddenly going to have an army of angry little people, or if the big lady is going to come at me.
All right. Well, let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3 is the big lady, and anything higher than that is little guys. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I figured it.
All right. And you've got their attention. So roll under your dexterity.
1.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Can I dwarf toss?
Yes, you can with that kind of roll. Definitely.
So as one comes running at me,
Catch
I
him.
grab him and I throw him at Berta. like
Slingshot him around.
Woof. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so she's going to make her check and to avoid that, and she does not.
Ooh, nice.
Oh wait, no, she
Knocked
just
out by a-
she just made it. She just made it. Sorry, just made it. So she just barely kind of glances off her a bit, right? Okay. Okay, so you just did that. Okay, now the change that happens. Okay. All of a sudden, you hear this thunderous voice coming from the bar. All right, and you just heard somebody say, "Enough." All right, and it just reverberates through the whole place. And everybody else, I don't know about you guys, but everybody else just kind of like stops. Okay. Standing on the bar is a gentleman who's very stocky, about 4.5 feet tall, long braided beard. Okay. And he's holding a battle axe. He's got an apron on, but he's got a battle axe, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Who threw that flaming drink? That's not part of the rules here." Right? And then a couple people kind of look at each other a little bit, and they kind of all move away from this. They're like, right? And there is, I'm going to see which faction did it. 2. So it's actually one of the Jade Ravens, right?
Man.
And everybody just kind of shoots away from him, and everybody's like, "He did it. He's the one. He's the one." Right? And he's like,
Don't throw the devil's tongue.
Don't, no. Right? Get that fire out right now. And he's like, "Oh, okay, right, fine." So the guy that threw the demon's tongue, he's running around and he's trying to stomp out the fire, and no one else is fighting now.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm getting Grogar's getting up. You hear in the hush the shifting of him, and as he stands up and pushes that chandelier off the tables like that, and you see him standing there and he's brushing stuff off. "That's what I was trying to tell him. Stop fighting everybody." And I'm looking around.
You all know the rules here. No knives and no fire. not in the Iron Tavern. Now go about your business. We've had enough fun for one day. All right, and everybody's like, kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Martel slaps Bert on the back as he walks by.
Yeah, she kind of just gives a little wink.
Yeah.
Next time.
And I go over to Anno and just check on him, see how he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sweating profusely now, hair totally out of its ponytail, stuck to my head. Look over, smiling, sweating. That's how you give it to the Black Crows! And I yell it as loud as I can.
Grogar's walking up at this moment, is like, Martel, looking around for you, and then, Martel, the portal. Who's your friend here?
This is Anon. I saw what you tried to do. Apologize.
Me?
Child, apologize.
Child, and then I stomp real quick. Could a child do this? And I hold up my fist.
And backhand. Instant backhand. The second he raises his arm, whack.
I sober up for a second and stand back. And
leave the child alone. Did you see the way he beats girls? He's tough.
I look at you and the portal. The portal's over there.
I'm going to fill Anon in on what happened with the expedition, but how we got separated.
Yeah, we could probably be at a table. Yeah.
Rewind that. You mean the grand wise old man Tobias was killed by spiders? He lost his head? Say it isn't so, Martel.
And
no, it's so.
I'll question how much he's had to drink. That's how he remembers
drunk.
Tobias.
You can smell it on him, right?
It's true. I saw it. I was walking beside him.
He starts crying. I love Tobias.
Why you crying? Why you crying? While your head's down, I'll be pulling your drink over from you.
He was my only real friend in the Crimson Moons.
Yeah, he's spider food now. Mm-hmm. But we do have a new path to follow. Who was it that we were trying to get to in Joth? There was
Grogar and the others from Kulbali, they're trying to get to Obanar. Right, and tell him what's happened in Kulbali as far as their portal has gone down, right? You, Crimson Moons, you had been in support of the mission to get onto the Lap of Doomthoin, right? Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to go back and see whether or not our compatriots had actually made it or not because we weren't sure.
Exactly, but you might need backup for this too, right? Because there's been no sign of if they were supposed to. Their mission was to establish a portal on
and
the
then
Lap,
come back here,
and they haven't. All right.
So yeah. So my suggestion to Anon is that we head back and get more from our order. Those that are here in this bar were clearly the B and C team, if we could tell by their stats.
Not you, Anno. Not you.
No, you were fantastic. You did great. But maybe we need a few more folks. I assume we would go to Joth for that, so maybe we'll just pass it off to the kid that we're going back for his thing.
Well, I'm sitting there with y'all at the table in a little round.
Yeah, but you're drinking and you're young, so I'm probably being able to subtly tell him this.
So you're saying it's crap?
Yes. Yeah. We'll go back to Joth,
right,
for reinforcements so we can get him to where he needs to go.
We gotta take the little kids to okay.
We're going to see Obanar.
Right now, I'm thinking we're escorting children, right? Yeah.
We're going over to see Obanar. Let's go. And I stand up real quick and down.
Well, I'll do whatever in the name of Tobias. It's great name.
Now, was there any sort of requirements to get the child through this portal? Because I know we have passage, but there was question of whether or not the child would. Is he able to come through with us just by being associated?
They were given the the children from the youths from Kobaeli had been given a locket, a medallion that looked like made of jade in the shape of a bird. Okay, and they were supposed to take that to Obenar.
Well, when you see me lean over the table with that medallion swings out when I'm grabbing
and
noise.
You two will know that is like, you guys have a medallion that's a garnet crescent moon on a black on an obsidian background, right? That's your symbol for the Crimson Moons.
Right.
You know that's a Jade Raven.
Right.
So what is Anno's opinion whenever he suddenly sees a Jade Raven?
Oh no, Raven? It's you're a green crow.
A green crow from Kobaeli. Kobaeli, we come up here.
I reach out.
The Obenar.
I reach out and grab this Jade Raven and pull it up tight. I pull his face up tight.
To you.
And you're undercover as a Jade Raven.
Nonsense.
Then what is this? And again, I pull it up, putting as much pressure on the chain as I can, or the leather strap, whatever it's tied with.
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense. I'm told to take this to Obenar. He can get us a portal back to Kobaeli.
Right, we can get you a portal.
Anno and Martel, make an intelligence check when you hear the name Obenar. Okay.
Obenar. Here we go.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, intelligence check.
I failed it.
Okay.
I got it. Son of a gun. Gee, even with my intelligence of 7, I did it.
Wow. Yes, you have heard that name mentioned as he's one in the upper echelons of the Jade Ravens. All right.
But Obenar, the question would be, we don't deal with the Jade Raven, so there's not much I can do about it, right?
Can we go get
that would
Dylan
be like visiting the enemy team's coach.
Yeah, you guys are all in competition with each other, to gather the most treasure.
How will we take him to our leader?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Be like, no, you don't need to be giving any information to the Jade Crows.
I pulled this.
We just defeated the Jade Crows. They're awful here. You come to the Crescent Moon. And
you're gonna have to lose this. So I try to work this Jade Raven off his neck. Will you let me work that off your neck?
No, I grab it real quick in my hand because you got me close.
You gotta keep it hidden if we're going to talk to our boss.
It's to secure a portal back to Kobaeli.
We're gonna secure a portal, but you can't show that to our boss.
But we need to get to Joth first. And
we'll go to Joth, but keep this private. Keep it safe.
Yep.
Yeah. And just at that moment, Martel, somebody drops down a large tank of travail in front of you, and you look up and it's Sparta, and she's like, and then she just walks on.
You better be worth it.
She looks a lot like Todd with blonde hair.
Yeah.
You should have been wearing a wig, man.
And I look at the kid. I'm like, you better be worth it. You have no idea what I'm giving up tonight. And
she does.
I get the group of us to start heading towards the Well Witch.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, so yes, so the debris.
Yes,
is
next session that Berto's around, you should be wearing a wig, though. I agree with that.
I'll have to go over to my sister's and get one. She's got none. Okay, so the debris is being cleaned up. They're trying to get the chandelier back up. All right, tables are being set up again. The bard in the corner is trying to get some music going on to change people's mood. Okay, no more marching tunes. All right, and yes, the Well Witch is sitting by the pool, just kind of looking into the waters with a wistful, kind of sad look on her face. All right, as you approach her.
I will flash my medallion, and actually, she already knows who I am. We just don't get along very well. And I'm just going to say, We need passage back to Joth.
Yes. You can pay the fee, the toll. You each have 50 gold pieces. You are all seekers. Who's this young man? I did not recognize him.
I started to reach in to grab my thing, but I'm from Kobeli. Was sent here by Auntie to go see Openar. She said that we could go to Joth.
As he continues talking, I put my hand on his shoulder to kind of shush him for a moment.
Okay, I kind of back up like...
I kind of shoot him a look, not like a mean look, but just like, careful how much you say. And say, the young man's on a mission from his town. We're helping him get back to some folks that can help him out.
Mm.
We do not have the 50 gold pieces. However, you know that we come through here.
This is not a charity, you know that. Those who use the portal must have their proper credentials. They must be seekers or the independents, and they must be able to pay the toll. You know you are out here to gather tribute treasure for Thraxis, and you've come here empty-handed. This is not how it works here. You will have to find some funds to.
I turn, I nod, I kind of give a look to these two, like, just wait a moment, and I go and find Berta.
Okay. All right.
And, of course, Anno's just standing there kind of with a goofy look, still a little drunk, bobbing, you know, just a little out of his...
to the side, and she wants money. You got any money on you? I'm reaching around in my pockets looking for gold. Maybe the others can get the money up. All right. So.
And as I approach Berta, I kind of explain to her that we're trying to get through the portal and don't have the toll, and ask if she's had any more success with getting funds.
And she's like, wow. She says, Of course. I am of the Sisterhood of Steel. I'm not some scarlet ass. Yes. Oh, you've come begging to me for a loan. Is that it?
And you can see him,
my friend.
It'll
cost you.
Yeah, he's rubbing his face. He knows this is not going to end well, but he's like, yes. In this situation, I need your help. And he starts unwrapping a band that he has wrapped around his arm.
Yeah.
And he hands it to her, knowing that she'll know the significance.
Okay, what is it? Sorry.
It's a promise band.
Oh, it's a promise band. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he is bound to a future request.
Oh. Okay. Well then, make a charisma check and
this is gonna go badly.
and +2.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's an 18. My charisma's 9.
Your charisma's 9, but you could have got away with
Anno pops his head between them and says, "So we're gonna have Crimson Steel?"
So that does not work. She's not impressed with that, right? She just kind of knocks it out of the way and turns on her.
I'm like,
and she,
what do you need?
And she turns and just walks away from you. All right. At that moment, Anno, you feel this tugging on your shoulder, right? And you turn around and there's this scraggly gentleman, long, unkept beard, pieces of food in it, you know. And he's got a hood up, right? And he's like, "So, not being able to use the portal, are you?
No.
Little short on funds, are you?"
Yes.
Well, my friend, this is your fortunate day. For I, Agar, can lead you to many riches that will help you
Agar. I put an arm around your shoulders and I walk you over to the other two. This guy's gonna help us. Agar, tell him.
Oh, I must say, I'm a little parched at the moment, my friends. Maybe if I had an ale to lubricate my tongue.
Okay, I passed him the ale that I had pulled away from Anon.
Okay,
It's half full at this time.
Half full. He doesn't care, right? And he takes it and just down. All right. Well, my friends, I am Agar. I am a independent operator here in the Iron Tavern.
That's exactly what we need, right? Right? Go on, Agar. Don't stop.
Yes. Of course, I am not a great and mighty warrior like yourselves, but I have this. Of course, I can see. It's plain to see. This has been through my nose. But you, my friends, perhaps you can go out into the wilds and bring back some treasures of sorts that will help you get through the portal and also be of some benefit to myself and my backers.
Mm-hmm. I stand up, check my sword. Just point me in the direction there, Argo. Agar,
yes.
Whatever.
Argo. All right. Let's see what he knows about here. Roll an 8-sided dice there, Jason.
All right, 8-sided dice hit the table. Here it comes. Where's it at? Why didn't it drop? There it is. 1.
Okay. All right. So, I have heard here in the tavern lately that there is a large, brutish creature to the east of the tavern who has been roaming around. I'm not sure if it's a troll, if it's a giant, or some other large creature, but I am sure that such a creature as that would be well appreciated in the gladiatorial pits in Joth. Perhaps if you and your companions could bring back such a creature alive, it would be compensated for very well by my backers.
Anno sits back. Now he's frowning a little bit because he realizes, this is a troll alive.
I've heard it could be a troll, it could be a giant. I'm not sure. Large, brutish, vile creature.
Aren't they dangerous?
Well suited to the fight pits. Yes.
Now, normally that's not a challenge for me, but I'm afraid my two friends here might not be up to the task.
Martel rolled a 12 on his intelligence check, so he's like, "Let's go for it." Fine. Like he just got rejected by Berta. He's a little bit heartbroken.
Right.
Fuck it, troll. Let's do it.
Yeah, I rolled an 18, so I'm not with you. Is it that dangerous?
The minute he hears that, he's like, Anno shakes it off. Yes, why not? We can do this.
We could capture it with a net or maybe in a pit.
Yes, a net, my friend.
Of course. We
net.
could lead it back. Maybe get
We
it.
can use
maybe
somebody
get it
as
drunk
bait.
as I know, and then I nudge him like that with my elbow.
No. Yeah, we can use somebody as bait.
We can.
And I tell you what, because I am feeling so generous, the milk of human kindness is overflowing my heart this day. I will not only pay for your passage through the portal, I will compensate you even further, and perhaps throw some extra coins your way so that you are not paupers when you get to Joth.
Such a generous man, my friend Agar.
Yes, well, I do have a reputation to uphold. Yes.
Wow, he's gonna.
It looks as though our things are looking up for us. In the name of Tobias, we will do this and go.
I am pleased to hear this, my friends. Very pleased to hear this. But come, let us have a few more ales and talk of your travels. I overheard something about something called Kobaeli, my young friend.
Yes, Kobaeli's where we from. We're going to Joth.
Kobaeli. All right, now I'm going to check and see if he has heard of Kobaeli. So what is his 15 intelligence, and he rolls 1.
Dang.
Oh,
Damn.
He's from Kobaeli.
You call it Kobaeli. I call it Arvin's Hold. That's what it's known as in Joth. Arvin's Hold. Old Arvin. Yes. He and his companions, they secured an old village years ago and made it their home. Yes. They call it Kobaeli now, though. Yes, but it's Arvin's Hold.
Well, then you know where we're from.
Yes, I do know exactly.
The portal's down. That's why I need to get the Joth to reopen it.
Portal is down. Well, what did Arvin have to say of that?
Arvin, he sent us to Joth.
Okay, time out. Arvin's dead. Remember? Uncle Arvin is dead. He was in the portal.
Yeah, he was. He bit it, but he just asked me what Arvin said, right?
Okay, so Arvin's dead. It was Helgru that sent you guys to get help in Joth. Okay? If you're...
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. But Arvin's the one who trained us. Gotcha.
He would have been training anybody, who was interested in magic and that, right? Okay.
I didn't know Arvin was so renowned in Joth. You must tell them and I will too of Arvin.
So which direction was this troll in?
East.
How many days travel?
Less than 1, actually. Quite close. He's been roaming around, making himself known.
While everybody is still so spry and full of energy and looking to tell tales, maybe we should perhaps begin our journey for this. Again, trying to keep information from being leaked out of the young man's mouth that likes to spew everything he knows.
We're gonna need a lot of rope.
Well, my friends, then maybe you should get a good night's sleep and head east in the morning to find this creature.
I'm sure we can find I'm sure he's going to leave tracks.
Oh, yes. I have no doubt.
This is going to be an adventure and a half, and then we can get to Joth, and I can get back to Arvin's Hold and tell him what I've done.
Okay, so you have not, you just got to get this straight. You did not say anything about Arvin being dead to this guy, right?
No, he's not mentioned that.
No, he cut me short when I said you have to tell him about Arvin's demise, but he cut in with what's this?
Okay, all right, just keeping that straight. Okay, very well. So yes, we shall. I tell you what, I will buy you a meal this evening, get you a good full stomach for the morning's endeavor, and yes, a good night's sleep, and then you will be on your way to find this foul creature.
Oh, such a good friend, Agar.
So
I knew the Iron Tavern would hold good allies.
So as he turns to go up to the bar to go get food for us, I turn to the other two and say, "Have you lost your minds? Don't speak all your knowledge to the independents. That they will either twist it for their own needs or sell it to another person, which will then use it for theirs.
But
watch your tongue."
But he's got money.
We will take his money. We will do his task, but we don't need to make him richer in information.
I can't tell him anything. I know nothing.
That is clear.
But he knows of Kobaeli. He can't be all that bad. He knows of Kobaeli. And Arvin. I miss old Arvin.
Shush your tongue about Arvin. If he knows Arvin's not there, what do you think will become of your town?
Wonder if he has any advance on the money.
Agar? Are you speaking of Agar? Martell, he's a good man. Why would he care? He would.
As
not
I see
harm
Agar
you.
coming back towards the table, I'm like, yes, he's definitely a good man, and bringing food for us all now to fill our
Yes.
mouths.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes.
I stretched back
And
on the
he's coming
table
back
like
with some
let him sit
tankard
down.
ale, and he has a serving girl on his arm at his side with a platter of food that they lay down, and he enjoy, my friends, and tomorrow glory will be yours. And that's where we'll end for today.
You hear that?
Nice, nice.
Troll
Okay.
hunting.
Troll hunting.
Troll hunters.
What
Next
could
time on
possibly
Troll
go
Hunters.
wrong?
Anna will be buying some life insurance before he leaves.
Wow.
Nobody died. Nobody even went down.
Nobody even went down. I know.
Right.
It's
you're
amazing.
slipping.
I thought there was a couple times like somebody's got to get knocked out with this rule set, And I got off to a little bumpy start about how I was handling.
No,
that,
it was great.
Oh, that worked out fine.
It was great.
So I enjoyed
I like
it.
Note about troll hunting.
Yeah, and I like your input with Barda there, Kevin.
I'm wondering if Barta can keep the money.
Yeah.
like get half the money from old boy, but I failed my
add
intelligence roll, so I don't know.
something
Squad.
to it. So good to play and find out, eh?
Yes, love it.
Wow.
Love it.
So
Outstanding. Troll hunt.
Gotta have
Nice.
NPCs that can come back and be like, oh, no, damn it.
yeah,
Troll or giant or
Right,
don't know.
right, or whatever. Right.
and look at this. Now we have a drink called the Demon's Tongue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're getting to adventure off the map too.
That's right. Yep. We're going somewhere we don't know next time.
Oh, east. Oh, is that on? Oh, it's not on here.
Yes.
Oh,
I
not there yet.
see.
So,
Interesting. Okay, so you got another piece of the map.
oh yeah, I've got a hex map of the whole region, and
Wow,
I've started populating it
Okay.
random.
that's
right.
awesome.
So this was one of the random things that was in this hex is
Okay.
some sort of large creature. So yeah, you'll find out what it is next time.
Oh,
Large creature, like hopefully a elephant or a.
Yeah. I mean, it could be.
You know what? He said the pits. Oh Lord, I've been in there before.
But it's neat, to have as you talk about naive narrator
Yeah.
thing.
It's
you
fun.
know, it is fun because I didn't know who you were going to be talking to, and then I had to kind of work that into how the brawl started, and all these unknowns that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then what was Agar what was he going to throw at you? I didn't know what that was going to be until you rolled for it.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, once you're in the headspace of your world,
Mhm.
and then you just kind of feel it. It comes to you pretty quick, but you're as surprised by it as the players are sometimes.
Yeah. No, that was yeah. I mean, for me, that was a lot of fun as a DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is
I
good,
feel-
and that's a good way to test it in a tavern encounter, right? See how it feels.
Yeah.
I really like the
Yeah.
idea of having the factions having
Yeah.
X amount of hit points in Tavern Bar.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I got
and,
that from there was some old article about tavern brawls, and they brought up that sort of idea of each faction will have a certain amount of hit points, and that's all your group is responsible for taking out. But once you take out that many hit points, that faction's done.
Right.
Right.
They're out of the fight. Yeah.
You're out of the fight, and you were very
Yeah.
close to. I'll probably go over that again and fine tune that a little bit better, but very close to having the Jade Ravens taken out of that fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So,
That's similar to how potentially Tuesday night, depending on what direction Jose and LA go in Eastmark, there will be a potential castle siege scenario. And
Oh,
it's
neat.
set up somewhat like that, right? The castle has so much hit points with a certain IC. The armies will all be worth so many hit points in AC.
Mhm.
A lot
Yeah.
easier than trying to fight hundreds of combatants. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be similar to that. Yeah. Very
that's
cool.
cool.
But that depends on whether they go south or they go north. Right.
Is that the Adventures in Eastmark you're doing?
Yeah, Tuesday nights. Yeah, it's been fun, very fun. Yeah, that's more traditional. As I prepare more traditional it's a campaign world, and I'm preparing modules. But now that it's gotten too big, so now I'm doing what I encapsulate campaign points that exist. Right. So there's a capsule.
Okay.
So now they now know the world has so much going on and so much. So now they're going to be in charge of making triage decisions. If they go right, that means the left could suffer. If they go left, right could suffer. They're going to have to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
But they're encapsulated things now on the map, and they're all worth so many points that help decide the final narrative of the war, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
one of the plans I was planning on doing with a campaign I was going to run was similar to that, where they've got several different choices of which way they could go for which problem they may wish to solve in the world. The ones that they don't choose to go for still happen.
Yep.
And then
always, your world should be alive. Absolutely.
The next time they meet a bard, they will hear about everything that they didn't
right
that they didn't go into.
I like that.
Yeah. It's always good to remind them that their choices matter, but you don't want them to feel like they have to go one way, but at the same time too, you want them to have to make decisions that they're going to have to sacrifice something to do something, right? Yeah. So then they got to decide which is a bigger sacrifice.
Especially if you can make it so that one character's something that's tied to one character is one direction, and something that's tied to another character. So then the party's like, but I got to go do this. And he's like, well, no, my family's more important. We have to go this way.
That's what we're having right here, actually. Example, right? I mean, Bogar's got his goal to get word to Luminar, and you guys are like, no. Well, we'll take care of you. I got this.
Oh yeah, and last session, Tobias was determined to go back to the waterfall. Well, Yeah. And now Tobias Tobias regrets the decision. After about a day and a half's hike, Tobias is really regretting that decision.
I know, 50 gold per head to get through there, just the toll.
I know, that's crazy.
I love that aspect of the well witches though, holding the portals.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too I talk about. You got to have economy. It doesn't matter how the economy's built, but you have to make things valuable, so they have to adventure to get the money to do the things. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
I love adventuring for the point of not just pointless getting gold.
Yep.
And then burning it all up in a tavern somewhere.
Right.
That's one of the kind of on the same theme is why with the system I'm trying to get everything done with at the end. In order to level up, you actually have to go and brag about the deeds that you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the idea of in order to level up, there has to be people have to have known what you've done.
Right. They have to witness it, so to speak.
Like the heraldry of it is
right.
But
there is and I think it was Diego Nigora who did, Sinister Space, whatever. He's in Brazil, and he's a game designer there. He has the reputation rule, which is basically you for people who know you, you roll like an example for DCC. It's like you roll 10-sided dice, and if you roll under your current level when you're encountering somebody, they've heard of you.
Right.
So as you get higher in level, people will know you. Right.
Yep.
And
I'm sure Lands does that as well. You have a reputation points, or so many die sixes, and get a pool. Yeah. And if anyone mentions your name in a civilization, you get to make that roll, and if so, they recognize your name. But it doesn't guarantee they have a positive image.
Right.
So they may recognize your name, but they may
You're
not.
either famous or infamous in certain areas. Yeah.
Right. So Forbidden Lands does that very well too. Very cool.
I'm going to take note of that because actually I might throw that in there. I like that little
Diego
roll under your level thing. That's a good idea.
I had Diego's Swords and Spells. What is it?
Sinister Swords and Spells. Or something like that.
Yes, and then he made a sci-fi game. Yeah. And his is kind of a very cool hack. It's it's not quite a hack. It's a little better. It's a little deeper than that, but it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's a
Sinister Swords or something like that.
Sinister Swords and Sinister Spells. Savage Swords and Sinister Spells. I don't know something.
It has
like
swords,
that.
spells, and sinister in it.
Yeah.
in some form.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad OSR. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good.
And the artwork's in that, if I remember right, the artwork in that book's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's all him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, he did it all. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the sci-fi game, I remember looking, because Sinister I got for like nothing, like $9 paperback. But his new sci-fi game was pretty steep. I'm like, wow, this is it's like this must be his real baby. The sci-fi game's a little more expensive. I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So-
There's one thing I want to say about the naive narrator, because when I jumped in the other day, for the first time with me, it was you and Jason. You've got 3 characters here. And even if it's in an intimate setting like a bar and a lot of different things going on, and things flying by your head and everything, you still have to, whenever they're talking and discussing. And I just love that random aspect of it. But you definitely have to exercise that area of your mind, because I was having a little bit of trouble, like with y'all when you would speak to somebody of me, because I'm so used to playing just from one perspective.
Right.
Even though I've been in DCC with multiple, but from the aspect of having to understand where that character's coming from my new NPC perspective,
Right.
was kind of like a juggling thing.
Yeah.
But it was
The
fun.
hardest thing to do with naive narrator is recognize quickly the context in which things are occurring, so you don't. So there's a context that makes sense. So when Kevin says, I'm going to woo her by giving her a band, right? He's just invented this very cool thing that builds off of. But if you don't have context for that, or you don't, if there's no way for the GM to quickly assess, well, how does this affect play? If you're comfortable with it, you can roll with it. But if you have a context for it, it's less difficult to deal with, I guess is the point. And we have context. You have the world, you have these factions, and we've already established that he's had a fling with her, right? The whole fight. Think about how much of Kevin's history was just created in this barroom fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Right? We didn't have to write it. We didn't have to invent. We don't have to. It literally is organic. It grew from the situation that was a barroom brawl. So from that barroom brawl, he knows Barda, and he almost offered to marry her, basically.
Which is part
Pretty
of the
cool.
That's part of the whole, like, when I prefer to not write big long backstories for characters, because I rather have it. I would never have invented this in my head. Be like during sitting down to write a backstory, only because of being in the game
situation.
Like I had said, find me the biggest person, and it ended up being a chick. So then that's the way we went with it, right?
Yeah.
That's how I prefer to have my characters.
That's playing to find out, and that's daring to dream, right? When players come to the table, they dare to dream. They want to dream about what's out there, right?
Yeah.
Which is why railroading for many players feels offensive, right? But because they want to dare to dream. But playing to find out is organic. We don't know what we're going to become. I don't have any clue who Anno is. Outside of that one sentence that thinks he's a swordsman. That's it. That's all I know about Anno. But we'll find out, right? Or he'll die. And that's the other thing about old school. Because the death rate's so high, you don't want to invest a lot of these guys until they start to get somewhere.
Well, it's interesting to me, like even the way you was playing a noble the other night, and I had to conceive of how that was going to impact the world. But like you're playing Anno tonight, and I'm playing Grogar, how your character interfaces with the world, whether he's a bullish or naive, often dictates the organic growth between you and GM. And then you just ended up. This is how, like when Martell. Obviously, he's got a little bit of a silver tongue, or that's how he was dealing with that lady. His character was dealing with that, and then we'll see if there was anything to grow.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of it is the character, and then how the DM and the character interface.
So, film is the number one inspiration for me when I think about role playing. But I always make it clear to people, I'm not talking about film as though it's written with lines. You hit your mark, you say your lines.
It's a cinematic view.
Right. But think about film as we only learn the story as it's shown to us, right? They don't tell us. Like Japanese, they rely a lot on exposition. They'll actually stop and tell you how people feel. They'll stop. So in film, you only learn about the characters from something like what happened with Martell. So just like watching a movie, suddenly we learn Martell's met this girl before.
Yep.
That's film, right? And we find out, like an audience, oh, cool,
And
these
we're all
two people know each other, right?
Yes, yes.
We don't know their background, but we now know they know each other. We now know there's something there, but it's okay that we don't know the details. And then that begins to tell us who these characters are.
Yeah,
I don't tell you who Anno is. His reaction to the world tells you guys who Anno is. I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, I'm a cocky kid, but if I don't play him that way, you're going to say, well, you may think you're a cocky kid, but this is what we're seeing.
Yeah, it's the show don't tell, right?
Yeah. That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
And I completely agree with that. Show don't tell. And I try to when I'm hearing a description of what's happening, I try to get that cinematic view.
Me too.
Where would the camera guy be sitting in the room when he's filming this?
Right.
And on the movie, what do they zoom in on? So like, he made comment of the guy up on the chandelier, so make sure you harken back to them, give them a little cheers.
That's it.
Recognize that they were there for a reason, so when they fell, you're like, this is awful. Just play off of
when I GM, I try to keep the visual part definitely in perspective for every player in the scene. When I play as a character, I'm thinking more from my perspective. But I'm a firm believer you have to acknowledge everything that happens to everybody else, because that's what ties it all together.
Yeah.
So if I ignore what Kevin's character's done or said or what's happened to Kevin's character, then it's not tied together if I don't acknowledge that somehow in play. Right? And I think it just ends up creating a story without actually creating a story. Without us writers rooming it. Well, what do you think?
Maybe we should repeat the dragon.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to writer's room it. I want to contribute and see what we get from it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And all this changes for you, Todd, is you just don't have it all kind of figured out.
I don't need
danger.
To, right?
That's the danger.
Well, yeah, that's a little trickle of sweat down my back.
Right.
It's like, okay,
I know it did.
It's like, okay, I don't know where this is headed.
Because you feel like you're taking your hands off the wheel for a second.
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, but you're playing with friends, and you're playing with people who respect that we want to achieve something. Yeah. We don't want to wreck your game, right? We don't want to. Yeah, so you can trust, and if you're playing with people that also like that. Yeah. Or at least respect the game, that no one's going to screw up so it's kind of nice. That's culture of play, right?
Yeah.
But if you had strangers here,
instead of having a clear idea of, okay, you're going to get to this point and you're going to make this deal with this person and you're going to go here.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? Like you could have ruled somebody else that you were talking to that it could have been, maybe it wasn't going to be Agar that was going to give you a rumor, and have their intentions, their own intentions for this, right?
Awesome.
So
I mean, you could have even had it. You could have just decided to make it Barna. She could have just looked at him and said, "I'm not giving you any money, but there's a troll down the road. Why don't you go do work? Why don't you go earn it?"
Yeah,
right. She could have put him on the spot and said, "Go get your own money."
And it's the yes and right.
Right.
Agree with whatever's happening, and this is what you got to do.
That's right. It. That's right. Yeah.
The improv.
Exactly.
Other things directions you could have taken. And you didn't have to take it. You could have turned that down too. You could have said, giants. No, nah. We're not going to do that, right?
Right.
And maybe something else you would have latched onto.
Yeah.
So
it's funny how we all rolled our intelligence roll. You know what I mean? To see if we would actually, from our own character's perception, like you said, I rolled.
Well, I use mine as a benchmark. So instead of rolling, I say, okay, intelligence is 11 here. So I do this also as a GM. If I ask you what's your intelligence and you say 15, that might automatically win, right? It's like take the average and ubiquity.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 is my mark. You say 15, you passed. So I'm in my head saying, okay, my guy's a 7. He's not going to respond to this. So I'm kind of benchmarking my own character.
Exactly.
In a couple of those scenes where I'm just saying my guy would, my character would not know any better about this troll, right? He's a 7 intelligence.
Yeah.
But you could roll it just for your own fun, right? Find out what your character thinks, right?
Well, yeah, I think it's a little combination. There's moments when you do roll to say in this specific instance but you want to you play your character honestly. And I benchmark mine. I look at it and go, nah, he's not smart enough, because it's the same percentile roll. If I'm 50% at a 10, then you know what I mean, and this is a little bit over my head, it automatically.
Right.
So you
well, especially if you're a naive kid who hasn't seen the world, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just wanting to get to Joth because it's going to save my thing. And
Yeah.
It's Children's Crusade.
That's what I love about it, right? We can play it in all kinds of different ways, and it still comes out okay. I mean, that's what I love about this old OSR stuff. You know, there's nothing we can break. We really can't break the game. Right?
No, it's like water, but everybody's flowing and you flow together. But even from the DM's point of view, you can sit back and watch it. And that's where a little bit I was going, where are they going now? I can get lost in that y'all story, but I have to always reel it back and go, okay, well, I'm rolling this. This is what's happening. That was a joy. Like when the water tower, I'm like, I literally roll water tower. I'm like, crap. And then you have to weave it in. Like you're saying, fold it into the story. And it was just like, oh, geez.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about it again this morning when I made that video, reflecting on it. I mean, here we are. Todd and I are just setting out to find a phone. And because of next thing you know, we're in waist deep water. There's a flood. We don't know what the hell's going on. Next thing you know, and so it's just these events that we think mean something, but they may have been created randomly. But when the night's over, it doesn't matter. They were events that occurred to our characters. It's how the characters ended or started and ended. That's the story. All the stuff we encountered. If you think about Odysseus and his journey, he's the story. All the crap he deals with, that just tells us who he is. That's it.
Yeah, the camera stays focused on y'all and everything that's going around you. The GM just has to.
Right. It's like Mad Max. We don't care about all the things he encounters. We learn who he is and his story from all the stuff he encounters. But it doesn't matter if it even makes sense. Right?
Yeah, I know.
We don't have to know where the flood came from. It's just all of a sudden there's a flood.
It's character development. Yeah.
There's never a sense. I never get the sense of, oh, I guess we're supposed to go do this.
Nope.
Right?
Yep.
Like, I don't get that in our OSR games. I've had it a lot in other games.
Certain games I think need it. Like Call of Cthulhu, you better have a mystery.
I think. Yeah. But that going in. There's a. Yeah. There is a certain.
It's more of a one-shot mentality.
Or one shot. Okay, well, you're at the door of the dungeon. You got to go in. Right. And for that can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. Right. Usually it's a shortcut to get going. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But with these games, random shit happens that has nothing to do with you.
Boy,
it's not all about you.
No.
It's how you react.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's exactly true. And that's the fun of it, right? That's the fun of it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, gents, I gotta head out and start making my Easter supper.
Todd, thank you, my friend.
Fantastic game. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys, and have a happy Easter, okay?
You too. Have a great Easter. You guys celebrate Easter up there? I'm kidding.
Anyway.
In Canada? What?
It's a snow bunny, but yes.
Yeah, what do you guys call it? You don't call it Easter, do you?
Oh, you crazy Americans, I tell you.
We think the world revolves around us, so...
I thought that.
That's Americans are like, what? You actually know what? No.
I didn't know Canada existed.
Would you guys go out and club the baby seals on your Easter?
Yeah, you guys... You're going out later on today to club the baby seal, aren't you?
Yeah. With my hockey stick, right?
Hockey stick. Me and the boy. I've taken the boy out for his first baby seal clubbing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, 5 years old. You're allowed to bring him out.
And then tonight we set a couple of old folks off on the ice floes, and
right.
Set them on fire and let them go.
That's right.
We need to adopt more of that mentality here in America.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, gents. Outstanding. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.